months, CBS News California Investigates has been reporting on rideshare drivers using fake and stolen identities to get hired.
Well, today, Christine Lazar is uncovering more possible fraud involving the drivers who bring you food deliveries. Christine, you have more for us now.
Yes, so the one thing I want to point out, because when we do these stories, sometimes I'll hear from drivers saying, like, you know, there's problems with riders too, and that is obviously very true. But the good drivers say when you have these bad actors coming in, it takes money out of their pockets because they're picking up the rides, they're picking up the mail delivery services. So in our last hour, we showed you how people who haven't undergone background checks are able to rent or even buy rideshare accounts. It obviously raises serious safety concerns, and it's surprisingly easy to do. Our producer Amy and I ordered food deliveries 8 times one day last March, and 2 of the DoorDash drivers who brought us our lunch were obviously not the people identified in the app. We learned it's easy to find rideshare and delivery accounts for sale or rent on Facebook Marketplace and Instagram.
And I can buy myself a ready-to-go account to either drive Uber, Lyft, or deliver. I'll just pay the middleman a few $100s, and I'm delivering or driving passengers.
So this one is for DoorDash.
We reached out to several of these ads and within minutes got a live response.
It says, need a food delivery account to start earning fast. You don't need any type of forms to start working. I can get you working by today. Don't wait for approvals or background checks.
This one, written in Spanish, says, open a DoorDash and Uber Eats account. We asked, how does it work? To which the seller replied, you need an ID and social security number to open an account. We then asked, do I have to pass a background check? The seller responded, I can help you with that. He also said, if you don't have a driver's license, it's not a problem.
We got to keep asking questions. We have to digging in.
Democratic Congresswoman Debbie Dingell from Michigan has been pressuring rideshare companies to improve safety for passengers. She saw our report on Uber drivers stealing the identities of others, and she says that prompted her to reach out to the company, demanding answers and accountability.
I'm looking at what we can do so that we ensure people who are having background checks are the people that they say they are, as background checks are being conducted.
Do you think ultimately that's going to take perhaps rideshares actually meeting face-to-face with the people who they're allowing to drive people around?
Yes, and checking IDs, and it's a serious issue that's got to be addressed.
But even that wouldn't stop the leasing of accounts off of online marketplaces.
This is the first time that I'm aware of it, and I will be immediately asking questions. I think everybody's vulnerable, and we got to find a way to know that the person whose background check is being done is actually the person that's going to be driving that vehicle.
Now, we reached out to the Attorney General to see if there's been any enforcement action taken in food delivery fraud. We're still waiting to hear back. DoorDash, Lyft, and Uber, they all sent us similar statements saying that account sharing or the renting of accounts is strictly forbidden. And Meta said that the accounts we identified and then sent to them have now been taken off the platform. But, I mean, go ahead, go in your marketplace and look, put in like Uber Eats account to rent, DoorDash to rent. They're all over the place.
Wow.
And a lot of them say, like, start driving tomorrow. So you know there's no background check passed if you're going to be able to get in the car the very next day.
It also shows how desperate people are for work.
Right.
Yes, yes. Right? And, you know, look, the system, obviously there's always going to be bad actors in every industry. But I think because you don't have any in-person communication with these drivers, it's really a place that fraud is a little easier.
Yeah. All right, Christine, thank you.
Good to know. Thanks.